So let me quickly show you one picture. Okay. So that there is a beautiful flamingos over there, right? So this is how most candidates look to recruiters and the hiring managers, right? So you have to share me your understanding. So how does this picture looks for you? How does it look? How does this that you can see the beautiful flamingo with the different colors? Most of the flamingos are busy with his own work out there. And what is your understanding about this picture? Okay, wonderful, great. Okay. So now what you can see here is that a large flamingos standing in a lake, right? All of them look beautiful, all pink, all similar. This is exactly the recruiter's inbox looks like. Dozens, sometimes hundreds of resumes, right? All saying the same things. I'm a hardworking team player looking for growth, right? So if you get an objective like this, most of us we add this to pursue a challenging career and grow in a dynamic environment. If you add the objective like this in your resume, do you think the HR will forward the resume, or do you think the HR will reject your resume? So imagine that if this objective is added in your resume, then it's a good object, right? HR will reject, HR will reject, HR will reject. Okay, wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. Now, what is the reason? But I have seen when I was interviewing or when I was hiring, most of the students or most of the freshers or an experience, they have come up or they have given me the resume with a similar objectives, which was boring for me, right? When you have 50 or 20 or hundreds of a resume in your hand and you see the same copy paste template in the every resume, you will find it so boring, isn't it? Now, there comes a one flamingo who lifts its head, not louder, not brighter, but just more visible, right? So that's what we have to be. So for that flamingo who looks up, where it shows the clarity, confidence, and most importantly, relevancy, right? Whether the resume is relevant to that particular job role. So that is what the customized resume is all about. Now, the question is that how shall we create our resume? What are those structures we need to add in our resume, right? Your resume is not just about being correct. It's more about being clear. It's about being relevant and easy to notice in that crowd, like that one flamingo has made that move. That's the beauty of resume, right? So now, what do we need to focus on when we are talking about the resume? Any idea? What is resume is all about? What is resume is all about? What is your understanding about resume? Okay, let's start with that. What is your understanding about a resume?
A resume means we can showcase our skill like programming languages, what we have, then leadership qualities, or like unique projects which we made.
Perfect.
And like our personal informations and why we want this job, that we can also add in that, like profile. And we can showcase our repositories that we made like GitHub or LinkedIn, so that HR get means easily connect with us from that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So you clearly we need to add in our resume. Thank you so much, Shruti. Now, most of our students, they have responded in a chat session that we must add the contact details. It's talking about who we are. They also told about we have to mention about a unique project, skills, quality which are different from other. Okay. They also spoke about mainly it's about a personal information. It's a piece of paper, includes our skill and an experience. Exactly. It's marketing ourselves, right? Resume is marketing who Shruti is all about, who Shrang is all about, who Swati is all about, who Harmin is all about. That's what the resume is. How are you gonna market your brand? How are you gonna tell that, hey HR, this is my skill. Hey HR, this is my extracurricular activities which I've part of. Hey HR, this is my percentage in my engineering background. Hey HR, I also was a part of an internship. This is what the beauty of resume is. But how do you make it different? How do you make it, stand unique from the other person? So before we get into the design, keyword and the formats, let's start with the basic about the resume. I know most of us are very Instagram lover, right? So we all have our Instagram account. We do have a highlights in our Instagram, yes, which talks about travel, which talks about different visits, which talk about your work experience, which talks about fun with our friends, which talks about granny's place, the different highlights mentioning about your personality, right? Resume is exactly that. You're highlighting your skills in your resume. Now let's talk about what are those highlights. As I mentioned about an Instagram, do we need to add in our resume? Resume, when you talk about, it's just one picture which tells about your skills, it tells about your education, it tells about your project or an experience. Now, as a fresher, do we have an experience? Yes, we do have an experience working in a different companies. We have done an internship. We do have an experience when we talk about a soft skill, leading a team. We do have an experience organizing an event in our college. We do have an experience working in a different team, which again talks about a skill, right? It talks about your skills. And most importantly, most of us we will forget is that what makes you a good fit for that particular dream job. That is what where we are making mistake. We are aware of the format, we are aware of what need to be added in our resume, what skills need to be added, but where we are going wrong is that we do not customize what makes you a good fit for the job, right? So it's always think your resume as your personal advertisement. How do you advertise yourself? It's about a branding. It's just a one page to grab the attention. You're not writing an essay here, you're marketing your strength in 6 seconds or less. So let's see what are the things we need to focus on, right? And let's see what are those structure which we need to focus on. Now when we talk about our resume, there are certain things which is mandatory in our resume, right? So it talks about your first impression. It always it need to be showcases your qualification. It need to showcases, it need to demonstrate your professionalism. It also need to talk about your career progression and why basically this job, right? This is how your resume need to speak. This is what the content you need to add in your resume. Now let's understand one by one what exactly this first impression is all about. Anyone? As you can see, first impression here. What exactly is first impression is all about? Yes, Lakshmi, that's wonderful. I love seeing our students taking an initiative to unmute and speak. That is what, right? So whenever you get a forum like this, you always need to come forward and speak.
Basically, the company wants the required skills which required for them, and we have to focus on that skill, avoiding the non-essential skills which we know. This is the main first point we have to focus, and the key features what the company is growing forward to look from us in future, and how they are going to do plan, and we have to main focus on that.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyone else? So Uma Maheshwari, she's telling that when we stand in front of the interviewer, then the confidence is the first impression. Wonderful. But we are now talking about a resume building skill. So definitely yes, when you stand in front of an interviewer, when you speak about an interview skills, your impression, body language, eye contact, these are the things or the grooming part which matters. But now we are focused in the resume building. When we talk about the first impression, what is that first impression is all about?
Good evening, ma'am. So the
Good
first
evening,
impression, it's like or a skill that's required for the company, that job, and
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. So now, when we talk about the first impression, right, it's always about easy to read, right? The clarity what matters. Now when we talk about the clarity, right? Did you use the simple language in your resume? Did you use the simple layout in your resume? Did you use the bullet points in your resume instead of those long paragraph? No one is ready to read. We all are bored of reading those long paragraph. I remember, I'll tell you one example, okay? So it was in one of the prestigious college, and I was taking an interview for some of the students, and it was a mechanical department, I believe. And there was this third student who entered the interview panel. So usually, as you told that the first impression matters, right? So he has created his first impression. Maybe he wore the right dress for that interview, and he was confident enough. His attitude was positive, and I thought, okay, a good candidate with a good attitude. So he entered the interview panel and he gave his resume, and I went through his resume. Interestingly, as we know, the first question, tell me about yourself. He started introducing about yourself. His communication was good. Again, simple, confident communication. So it was good. When I went through his resume, I asked this question to that candidate. Okay, let's imagine Shrang is the student here. Hey Shrang, do you have a sibling in this college? This question, it's nowhere relevant to the kind of a job I'm interviewing for. But I asked this question to that candidate after going through the resume that, let's imagine Shrang is that candidate. Hey Shrang, do you have a sibling in this college? Okay. Now, my dear students, you have to give me the answer that why did I ask this question to that candidate? This is nowhere relevant to the job role where I'm hiring for, right? But I asked this question. Why do you think? Something was there in that resume which made me to ask this question to that candidate. What might be that? Anyone? Presence of mind. Okay. Thank you so much, Arjun. Anyone else? Presence of mind. Okay. Anyone else? Fast. He mentioned his family details. Okay. You want to make an interactive session. Okay.
Because their sibling also has experience or as that of interview.
Okay. To understand that whether the sibling. Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you, Shruti. Anyone to check his attention? All right. You want to know what? Okay, interactive, testing their confidence level. He was confident, as I told you in the beginning, cause his organization skill. Okay, now here is the person. Mohan is telling me that same resume format. Exactly, Mohan, you got the idea. You got the picture behind asking this question. What this candidate has done, he copy pasted the resume of his best friend. You all do that. It's not new for us, right? But copying is also art. There is something known as customization, which we all need to work on. Copy the content, customize it, and add it in your resume. But what this person has done, he copied the resume of his best friend. Excellent. And what he has changed was only his name. That's all. He has only changed his name, whereas the other content is exactly the same as his best friend's. We know why we have the best friend, right? Best friend is there at the last minute as well. But there are certain things we need to customize, especially when we talk about the resume. Copying content is fine, but do not copy and paste the entire thing. Exactly, Arjun, as you told, cut, copy, paste. Don't do that. Do not do that, right? So now, when he has copied and pasted the content, what happened here was only his name he has changed. The further details which he has given, maybe he was not aware of, that part was there in the resume, is exactly the same as definitely, which made me to ask this question, hey, the Arjun is do you have a sibling in this college? Because I saw the Arjun's resume previously. Arjun was the first candidate who entered the interview panel, and I still have that first candidate resume where the third candidate has copied the first guy's resume and he's confident enough. Look at the resume skill here, right? See, you might be confident enough in communicating. You might be good. That comes next. The first phase is shortlisting through your resume. What you have added have a very important role. Okay, so it's very important to customize. So be clear with what you are writing. Have a simple layout. And bullet points are very important. Now, when we talk about the second part, right? Relevance. I'll come to the relevance point later. Next comes the skills, talking about your technical skills, talking about your soft skill, and talking about your outcome, right? Using the STAR approach, and keep it one page. I'll quickly take you through one resume. I feel I might you might feel relevant to this. So I've changed my presentation now, right? It is a resume which I'm sharing now. This is one of my students' resume where we worked on the resume. Now she has an excellent resume, in fact. So this was a resume before we when we got the resume. This is how it was, right? Which is a good one, where I spoke about the professional summary, the objective matters, who you are. So she has mentioned that professional summary, and next part I spoke about the technical skills. She also spoke about an education wonderfully. She also spoke about the projects. She also spoke about the different projects she has worked on. She also spoke about certifications she has got. She also spoke about achievement, which is simple, and the format is again very simple, right? So there are no columns. With very simple format which is used, a simple language which is used, and the clear resume this is. Very clear resume this is. Now, my dear student, what do you think? Can we go with this resume? Is it a yes or is it a no? Everything is there in that resume, right? Good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Everything is there. I don't find any mistake. Yes. Short and sweet. Wonderful. Only projects too long, but it's not compact. Too complex to read, but personal details not mentioned. Okay. Good observation. It's very bulky. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Also, some can be added, like what soft skill do we have exactly? Maybe the keyword, not that specific, but there is no much mistake when you see this resume. Whatever I mentioned with the format, you can see that there is an objective, which she started with an objective, followed by the technical skills, right? Followed by the certifications, followed by the achievement, and also her background, education, qualification, right? Now, something is missing, but something is not going well. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Quickly, okay? See, as I told you, all the content which I've mentioned right now, which is added here, right? So now, how you can customize this, right? That is very important. Now, when you see this professional summary, it's too vague. So much information is not required. A highly motivated and a dedicated computer science graduate with a strong foundation in an AWS and the DevOps, right? Instead, you can shorter this professional summary. Yes, objective is a very important and a vital part in a resume. Instead of this brief explanation about who you are or talking about your professional summary, you can cut short the professional summary. Now, the format is simple, which is an ATS friendly. We'll talk about what is ATS is. But instead of using this format, the technical skills are added here. There is some skill which is missing. Can anyone tell me what it is? One of the student has already mentioned which skill was missing in that particular resume. Can anyone tell me?
Skill, ma'am.
Yes.
Soft skill.
Exactly. Can I get your name? Who's that?
Shruti Kolpakwar.
Shruti. Okay. Thank you so much, Shruti. Exactly, my dear student. Most of us, what we do, okay, I have done internship, I have done this project work, I was a part of this tech events, I was a part of this different certification process related to the tech. What about your soft skill, my dear students? What about your communication skill, my dear students? What about your team work, my dear students? What about your decision making skill? That is missing. That was missing. Everything was perfect. Only the professional summary, she could have shortened it, right? So she could have added like motivated computer science graduate with a strong foundation with AWS and DevOps. She also has a hands-on experience using magical words, or you also call it as a power word. Power word has a different role in a resume, right? Maybe we can talk about the power role in the next session, because it needs a one hour full session on this power word. So power word is a very important while using, or while drafting the resume. So hands-on experience is something which talks about that, right? So hands-on experience where she has mentioned, but when you use this hands-on experience in the beginning, right? Hands-on experience with the cloud services or the different technologies what she has used, passionate about automation and cloud infrastructure with the problem solving mindset and eagerness, right? So problem solving mindset and an eagerness, seeking an entry level opportunity is not required. So instead of using this 2 paragraph, you can cut short it to a 1 paragraph with the same technologies. It's well to go. Next one, technical skills. Yes, perfectly it is added here. Projects, again cut short. Most of us, we have an habit to write in a paragraph. Don't do that. So for a freshers, when you give your resume, it should always be maximum, try to keep it in a 1 page. That's the maximum thing what you can do. Always try to keep in a 1 page. Cut short the details here, right? Don't do this. Cut short the details here. Now, the most important part, we can see the achievement, we can see the certification. There is no extracurricular activities which is added, which is must, and also soft skill. Why this soft skill is important? Because it talks about who Shrang is all about, who Harmin is all about, who Swati is all about, or who Shruti is all about, who Neha is all about. So each one skill differ. That's the reason what Shruti is Shruti. That's the reason Shrang is Shrang. Shrang might be good in communication, Shruti might be good in teamwork, or Neha might be good in a decision-making skill. You have to mention that in your resume. Soft skill also has a very vital role, so do not skip to mention the soft skill as well. Maybe you were a part of this cultural event, maybe you led the team, you were a class representative in your college, or you organized this event. Mention that, my dear student. It talks about your personality, right? So the next part, there is something, it's a trending part now. Okay, so you have to guess me. Whenever you apply your resume online, especially whenever you apply your resume online, human being does not see your resume. Okay, human being does not see your resume, so that's a secret. So your resume is not always read by a human first. It's read by something with no emotion, no bias, no patience. So can anyone tell me? You got it right? What it is?
ATS resume score.
So what is ATS? What is ATS?
It check the score of our resume that it is properly formatted or not, and take out the percentage of that, how much it is, like 60-70%, and where we have to make the changes in that resume, it shows also.
Okay, wonderful. Imagine, Shrang, do you have any question related to this? Shrang is wearing a beautiful purple color tie. Can you see that? He's happy with that. He's comfortable sitting there. Shrang is wearing a beautiful purple color tie. Shrang, I'll give you a green color tie. Will you wear that?
No way. I can't wear a green tie.
Why?
I'll stick to my purple.
Why?
I think it's about personalization and showing who I am as a personality. And I think that purple is a color which resonates my personality the best. So that could be one of the reasons.
Exactly. That's the same logic, right? So now, Shrang is looking for a sales executive. Okay, in Shrang's company, there is an opening for a sales executive. I'll send you the general resume where nothing is mentioned about the sales, the skills which is relevant to the sales. Shrang, will you hire me? Or does the ATS shortlist my resume?
No, in fact, this is I had a question on similar lines. So let's say now that all our students have understood all the right headers and format and have a perfect resume. So
Perfect.
Can they start submitting this application to, let's say, all the job listings? Or you think that we should tailor make it or customize it?
Wonderful
I think
question.
we're heading there, but then maybe more direction to this.
Wonderful question, Shrang. So recently, one of my student, So when we had a one-on-one mentoring session, and she was like, "Ma'am, I'm applying for a job. I'm using all the job portal. I'm using LinkedIn. I'm using Naukri. I'm using Monster. So I'm applying my job. I'm applying, in fact, around 50 to 60 jobs in a day, right? So openings are there. They can see the opening. She's doing her part. There is a hard work which I can see, but there was no smart work over there. I asked her, so can you please go show me your resume? What she was doing is that she was applying the same resume. She was using the same resume for 10 other job roles. Now, I need purple color tie, but you give me green color tie. Will you accept that? No. The same thing. I want a candidate with the sales skill, but you give me a candidate with an account skill. Will I accept that? No. Right? So what is the magic here? What is the ATS is all about? ATS is something, mainly it's an application tracking system. So what does this ATS do? It tracks the resumes. It matches the skills which was required by the different companies or that particular job role, right? So what exactly, or where we are doing, or where we are going wrong, is that the job description says looking for a candidate with a strong troubleshooting skill, or a remote desktop experience, or a knowledge about a ticketing system. But your resume says help the people fix computer problem. Definitely ATS will say, right, no match found. It's exactly the same thing. Now, how to beat this ATS? How to customize your resume? Customization is everywhere. So if you customize yourself, right, that is when people start loving you, right? If you look the same, as I showed you the flamingo in the beginning, the beautiful picture, right? You will be the one among those flamingo. So customization plays a huge role whenever you submit your resume for a different job role, right? So now, first thing what we need to do is that where you can change this, reading the job descriptions carefully. That is a very important part. So you have to highlight the keywords and the required skills. Okay, you need to highlight the keywords and the required skills. Now, as I told you, the ticketing tool is something is a requirement from the company, or the remote support is something which is a requirement for the company. Mention that I'm ready to work remotely. I do have an experience in the ticketing tool, maybe in the technical skills, maybe in an internship, or maybe in a different achievements. You can mention that. Using the same keywords in your resume. The second secret is that using the same keyword in your resume, right? So naturally, just don't copy paste everything. Okay, so customize, see the job description, keyword, see it in your resume, whether it's added or not, use it. Next, adjusting your objective, as I've told you in the beginning, adjusting your objective and adjusting your summary, right? Skilled in troubleshooting, or handling customer issues using a ticketing system, right? So this is what you can adjust. Again, you can customize your skill section. Again, when we talk about an ATS friendly formatting, you cannot add tables, you cannot add graphics. Use a standard fonts like Arial or Calibri, and most importantly, using of that section. I guess I've not mentioned this in the beginning. Your education, your personal details, talk only about you, your name, email ID. Most importantly, if you have any website, add that link over there. If you have LinkedIn profile, add that link over there. So that is very important. So using the header session with your personal details, education and the project, right? Think of an ATS like the Google search, right? If someone types technical support into the Google, but your resume says that tech helper, there is no match, right? So use the right word to make your resume searchable as well as selectable, right? So your resume should be clear for the ATS and convincing for the recruiter. So it's both the way. First it goes through ATS, and then they will see, the HR will see the resume, right? So you need a perfect resume. but not only one perfect resume. If I'm applying for sales, if I'm applying for accountant, if I'm applying for a trainer, so you need a smart resumes which is customized for each job role. So do not take the same resume, apply for 10 other job role. No, don't do that. Customize each resume for each job role. So that is very important, right? So any questions related to this ATS part?
Yeah, so Swati, we have this question from Prerna, who's also our career buddy on our mentoring platform. And she has a question that, ma'am, how can we make our resume perfect for ATS, like some special keywords?
Okay, that's what Meghna, right? Meghna, Prerna. So very good question. Okay, now how we'll get to know the keywords? Arjun, I believe this and Prerna's question go well, right? Now, firstly, my question is that do you go through the job descriptions before applying for the job? How is it? You see an opening or will you apply the job, or do you go through the job descriptions? You go through the job description. So in the job descriptions, what is added usually? So quickly I will take through my LinkedIn search here, right? For example, I will go to the jobs. Now when you go to the jobs here, training manager here, okay, training manager. Okay, now we can see the training manager here. Now when you go through this resume, company description, yes, the job description talks about what exactly the company into, right? So ideal candidate for this role, right? So there are some technical things, right? Strong communication and commitment to develop and deliver training, excellent research and financial modeling skill, excellent knowledge of our client business. Or next it also talks about string planning skills to drive L&D efforts, right? So candidate with the natural leadership capabilities with a minimum of 10 years of a progressive, relevant or an operational experience. Now leadership skill is something what they are looking for, or string planning skills is something which they are looking for, right? Next, the very important thing is that talent transformation, innovation and differentiation in the compelling manner, cultural collaboration, and here I have seen one thing, strong communication is something where they are looking for, develop and deliver training is something what they're looking for. Now, how do I need to customize my resume? That's a beauty. Okay, so when you go through the resume here, so you can customize your resume here in the technical skills, right? So you can enter or you can talk about your certifications related. So either you can use your technical skills, either you can use your objective related to you have developed and designed the content, and you can also speak about the collaboration, you can also speak about the teamwork, you can also speak about the leadership skill. When you come to the technical, you can use this. See, if you don't have the certification related to that, you can also speak about the achievement. You can also speak about one part which was missing here was a soft skill. You can also add there in the soft skill part, and you can also add it here in the technical skills. The technical skills or the certifications which is related to this, you can add it in the technical, and the soft skill which is related, you can add it in the here end, right? And achievements, if you have any achievements related to the same keyword, you can also add that. Now, to customize, please, my dear student, AI is very smart nowadays, right? Everywhere we use AI. Even I see my parents also nowadays, they are using the AI. So I believe in ChatGPT there is something where the AI is there. They will be searching for the different songs. They will be searching for the different animations. And if I'm angry, they will send that, which is nothing but an AI. Right? So if I'm angry with them, they will send that using the AI, and they will send that GIF to me or an animation pictures to me. Right? That's the beauty of an AI. AI is everywhere. So in order to customize this, use this keyword, copy your resume, add it in the ChatGPT, right? And give the command that give me the resume using the similar keyword, right? It will give you the resume. Next comes your resume builder app. So there are different resume builder app, my dear student. So you can go with resume builder, you can go with the Teal, you can go with the Canvas. So add these descriptions over here, or your professional summary or work experience or certifications, awards or scholarship, volunteering and leadership, or the publications or a projects, add it over here, because format is also very important. ChatGPT will not give you the right format, but when you use the right resume building app, it gives you the right format as well. Are we clear with the question? Do you have any confusion with that?
Okay, a lot of questions around different tools, Swati. So I think what is your favorite and which one would you recommend?
My favorite is Teal, right? This is the tool which I use. And if not, you can go with Resume Builder. Canvas is also very good. You can also go with the Canvas as well. But I guess in order to export this, right, we need to pay something. So what you can do is that you will get the once or twice you can download the format of your resume, keep it, use the ChatGPT to customize your resume. So once when you're doing the resume, use this app, Teal app or a Resume Builder app, add all the details using the ChatGPT customization, and then download your format or your resume, and then followed by that, use the ChatGPT to customize your resume. Keep the same format. Okay, can you please tell me the difference between a resume and CV? Beautiful question. Okay, does anyone want to answer this? What's the difference between resume and CV? Most of us we forget, or most of us we are so confused. Even I was confused when I was in my engineering. Okay, what is CV? What is resume? I was clueless about this. Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Shruti.
Resume means we can add some relevant information, not about long information. But in CV, the CV is of 2 pages, and we can add more long information, that like descriptions of projects more long, so that recruiters can easily found that what is exactly about the project. And in resume, we can add some main points only.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Shruti. So now when we talk about the resume and CV, resume mainly it will be 1 page, maximum 2 page. Okay, that's one difference. But CV is not like that. CV is more than 2 pages. It talks about your deep. It's all talks about your academy, research, and the different roles. Mainly, it talks about your full history, about your education, about your research, and etc. CV. So, whereas when you talk about the CV, you can use the same CV for across the different application, but resume is not like that. Resume is mainly, the purpose of the resume is the job application, right? So that is when we use the resume. So resume mainly include your summary, that's a format usually we follow, or the objective, the skills, your work experience, and an education. And also if you had an experience previously, it talks about your industry experience or an exposure, and it is customized for each job role. Resume. CV, when it comes to, it's a detailed explanation about your publication, research, projects, and about your education. So resume is 2+ page. Imagine when it is 2+ page, it's mainly not for a freshers. There is a detailed explanation about who Swati is all about, who Shrug is all about, who Ari is all about, who Harbin is all about. But resume is a customized 1 page for this particular job role, which is sales. Resume is a customized, the page for accountant job role. Its purpose is mainly the sales or a job application, and it is always customized, and it always comes with a 1 page, max 2. But CV is more than 2+ page.
What are the top 3 takeaways that you want our participants to take away with them from this session and start learning those skills and implementing in the next applications that they're starting to make tomorrow morning?
Yes, perfect, Strong. So firstly, when you think about a resume, the first picture should come is that it should be simple, right? In order to be that unique flamingo, what do you need to do, right? So your resume should be simple and clear, right? Do not add more paragraph in your resume, and do not use columns in your resume. Again, I'm talking about an ATS friendly resume, right? Customization is a key, right? Do not send the same resume to 10 other job role. Instead, send 10 different resume, customize that resume and send to the different job roles. Because sales in Google, they require a different skill. Sales in the Microsoft, they require a different skill. Sales in a Vadhwani, they require a different skill. So understand what are the skill sets they are looking for, what are the technology they are looking for, customize it accordingly and forward that resume. That's the second thing. The third thing is that always try to keep the resume in a single page. And if you have any portfolios, LinkedIn, right, link or a website which you have developed, please do not forget to please add these links in your resume in your personal profile section. Customization is a key. Do not forget to customize, right? That's what Shruti is all about. That's what Swati is all about. So again, resume is your branding. Resume is you are marketing yourself, right? It's beautifully in a simplified form, you are marketing yourself. So please keep that in your mind and customize, create your resume in that manner.